Hey guys, Darren Marcus with the Darren Marcus Group. I am here today in Blue Heron's newest community located here in the southeast. It is called Oasi, and I'm going to take you through this community. It's a really great community located here just off of Pecos and Sunset. 24 lots available in this community, and I'm going to take you in their show home that just completed. This home is listed for just under $5 million, and let me bring you inside. So to tell you a little bit about the community, they've got 4 different designs in here. This is part of their Nexus division. And just so you understand the difference between the Nexus division and the Elite division, Nexus is their pre-designed homes that really still gives you the custom experience to be able to pick out your finishes and interiors on the home, but without having to go through the complete design process like you would with a traditional custom home. Or if you really know what you want and you're looking to create that custom experience, then the Elite division is going to be the way that you want to go. But today we're going to take you in the Nexus community here, Owasi, and we're going to show you this great home. So this is the Sancta model. There's 4 different models in here. You've got the Valet, the Cresta, the Sancta, and the Haven. You've got 2 different single-story options, and you've got 2 different 2-story options. This house is just under 6,500 square feet, and it can range from anywhere between 5-bedroom to 9-bedroom and 4-car garage. And so one of the first things I wanted to point out, because the biggest question we get when we're walking people into this home is, Darren, where is the front door? Right there. And people are like, well, that's not what a traditional front door looks like. You're right. And there's a reason behind that. And so I was sharing with the team earlier that the whole concept with this design in this front courtyard area that they did was really actually kind of conceived after COVID. And the reason is that a lot of people they found during COVID begin to really get to know their neighbors because they were finally sitting out in front of their house because they're bored and they're like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go sit out in front of the house. Their neighbors are walking through the neighborhood. Next thing you know, it creates this community feel. And as anybody from Vegas knows, one of the biggest complaints about people who live here in Vegas or people who live here is that they feel like they never get to know their neighbors. And so what they're trying to do here is really create this community experience by basically taking what you would typically see in the backyard, or traditionally in most homes with the courtyard, you're going to see this enclosed courtyard where you'd still never see anyone. And what they've done here is they've brought it out front. So just imagine as you're sitting out here, you're enjoying some cocktails with your friends and family, and then your neighbors are walking by here, and you finally get to have conversations with them and strike up a meaningful conversation and actually get to know your neighbors, which really creates a great community. And so I think it was very thoughtful of Blue Heron to include this in their design. And also it's very important that we help you understand why this is designed in this way. There's definitely a purpose behind it. And then as you walk into here, what this does is this is going to give you that experience of the biophilic design, which is Blue Heron is very popular for. And that's bringing the outside in and the inside out and combining the two so that they mesh together. And you've got this really kind of flowing concept with the home. And so this house, and we're going to start off here. Now, just so you know, if you want the more traditional feel, you do have that option with this home, meaning that this could be a wall of windows, and then you'd have a traditional pivot door, traditional door here that you can do also. But I personally, and I'm going to be honest with you, when I first looked at the design, I'm like, man, I don't know if I like that because it's not traditional. But I am one of those people that I love to sit out on my front porch and I love to sit on my patio. And this would be a great space for me because I would love to sit out here. And it's nice because you have this great open concept. And so if you love entertaining as well, this is an incredible design for you because as you can imagine, as people walk up to your home, they feel welcomed already because there's not a door that's shut on them and they have to knock. And so that has a very welcoming experience when they come up to the home. So we're now inside the Sancta model. Again, one of the things I'm going to point out as you walk into here, and it's a very important feature of any of these homes, is the high ceilings, the natural light. So you've got natural light pouring in from the picture windows above. You've got the high ceilings here, so as soon as you walk in, you don't feel enclosed. It's really open and free-filling. Then you enter into your kitchen area, so you're in your main great room area here. And of course, you can see this beautiful view. And Aaron, why don't you capture this here, just how it kind of flows from the front and all the way through into the backyard, into the pool. And the one thing I did want to point out about this home, which is also really great, is as some of you know, is that the pool restrictions have set place or are in place now here in Nevada, which means you cannot have a pool larger than 600 square feet. You're going to say, well, Darren, that pool is larger than 600 square feet. You're right, because it was grandfathered in. This was built before that restriction went into place. So if you're still looking for that large pool, this is the perfect opportunity for you. So first, let me show you around the kitchen. So you've got this beautiful kitchen here, tons and tons of cabinetry and tons of cabinet space, which is always really important. The one thing I always find that clients want in these homes is tons of cabinet space. And as you can see, they've done a great job with the kitchen design and how it's laid out. You've got Wolf appliances, which, as most of you know, are the high-end, some of the highest end appliances that you can purchase for a home. I love the color palettes that they used in here, which I want to point out as well. The one thing I love about the colors that they've used here is that these are finishes and colors that I think that are going to be timeless. You're going to walk into this home 10 years from now, and it's still going to have this same feel and the same experience when you walk into it. The other thing I want to point out that Blue Heron has started doing, which I think is really, really cool, because most of my clients now I find coming in, especially from other markets, is that they want a more finished product, right? They want something turnkey. They don't want to go pick out their, and especially after COVID, we all went through the challenges of trying to find furniture for our home. So now you can come in, BH Lifestyles, which is their furniture division for Blue Heron. They will design the furniture to fit the home. And as you can see, they've done a very nice job here. And it's honestly one of the first things that people always compliment when we walk into these homes is that they love the furnishings in these homes. So let me take you this way. This home is fully automated, has full automation system all throughout the home. Again, the high ceilings, the pocketing doors, which are all options on all of these homes as well. But I think for the additional cost, it's a really important feature because, again, I always like to think long-term, not only about how I'm going to experience the home and how I'm going to feel and living in it, but you know what, someday the reality is you're going to sell this home and you want people to have the best experience and you want that wow factor when you walk in the home. And as you can see, the way that these doors pocket definitely give you that wow factor. So now you look outside here, you've got this beautiful pool, you've got this nice wet area here. You could call it a splash pond or whatever you want to call it, where the kids could hang out. It's not super deep. And then you can walk down there into the little sitting area with the fire pit. You've got TVs all along the wall there. So really, again, great for entertaining. Before I show you the primary bedroom, I want to take you on this side of the house and just kind of give you the experience of the rest of the home. I love the large tiles that they've done through here. Really makes the home, again, feel nice and open. Little details like this I think are really important as well. Aaron, if you want to catch this, they've got this bronzed mirror that's inlaid here within the wall. And just little things like that also help open the home up, make it feel more light. Again, I want to point out these finishes that they've done here in the bathroom. You've got your laundry room here that enters into your 4-car garage. And now let me take you this way. I really like what they've done with this feature underneath the stairway as well. You've got these floating stairs, but they've really created this whole like little sanctuary area underneath that just gives it a really great experience. Again, bringing these outside elements inside of the home, right? So you really feel that you're living within the element of the area that's surrounding you. What they did with this particular home is they set this up as really kind of a game room for you. So you've got a beautiful bar here. Probably won't get rid of any of your friends, so I hope you like guests. You've got this great sitting area. And again, just think about the experience of having friends over, family over. You're watching the fight, you're watching the game, you're watching the hockey game, which is really important right now. We got to make sure we plug that, right, Aaron? And again, all through the house, you've got these pocket doors. Really easy to slide open, but just completely opens the home up. And then we go outside here to the pool area. Now this is where the Casita is going to be, which is a great feature as well, because anybody who lives here in Vegas knows that a lot of times your guests will come in at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't want them entering into the main part of your home. And so a lot of times I find clients, they want a separate Casita. The other thing I found that it's really important is that post-COVID buyers' demands on what they were looking for has changed quite a bit. And so I found a lot of people downsizing prior, and now it's come back and they want all these additional spaces. And so you've got this space back here, which could serve as so many different things. This could be your gym. This could be your office. I had one client mention that he really loved having his office separate from the home because he wants to be able to go in there and work during the day, literally even like get his workout in, shower, and then head into the house, and he can leave his work behind and now enter into the home to spend time with the family. The other feature that I'll point out here, which is really great, and one of the things I want to point out about this community in general, and Aaron, if you can just kind of pan over there to your left, and you can see all of the trees and stuff there that line the area. This entire neighborhood is lined with these mature trees like that, which is very rare in most parts of, especially where you're going to buy a newer home here in Vegas. Usually you're not seeing trees of that size. And I find that clients coming from other markets where it's very green, that's always a very important thing to them. You know, we think being from Vegas, the most important thing is that strip view. It's not always the strip view for someone. It's the greenery also, because this is what they're going to live with every day, right? You're going to look at the strip, you're going to be wowed a few times, and then you have to live there in that house every day. So I think this is an important thing to point out. Also, I want to point out which I love that they did, because I wish I had this at my own house, is that the hot tub is right off the primary bedroom. And so you can walk outside, hop in your hot tub, jump back in the house, shower, and be ready for bed. So I'm going to take you through some of the guest bedrooms. I'll take you upstairs first, and then before we finish, I'll take you to the primary bedroom. We're going to save the best for last. Again, I want to point out some of the finishes that they've done in here that really bring in the natural elements. You've got this beautiful raked limestone along the wall here. I love the size of the tiles. It really makes the house feel big and open. I love the color palette that they've used. They've used these really warm colors. And again, I feel really timeless finishes. And I don't normally show bathrooms. Aaron can attest to this, because I am not a big fan of showing toilets. But I will show these bathrooms, because to me, the bathrooms are some of the greatest features of these homes. We'll head out this way. Again, you've got another secondary bedroom here. You've got central vac all through the house. I'm going to take you out this way. I love what they did here as well. Little things like this, little details like this, people, you may not understand why would they put mirror underneath, because when you add mirrors and stuff into a room, it makes the room feel larger and brighter, especially rooms where there may be not as many windows. Obviously in this room, we've got tons of windows, tons of doors, and so you're definitely not lacking that natural light. Now we are going to head upstairs. And again, just a recap on this house, if you're asking, we're roughly 6,500 square feet, 5 bedroom. It can go as much as 9 bedroom. So if you've got a lot of friends, family, kids, or all of it, you can add the additional bedrooms. Come upstairs here. You've got the really nice luxury vinyl all through the top floor here. I can tell you I had this in my own house. I love it. When people first started talking about luxury vinyl, I'm like, oh, that sounds really cheap. What you're going to realize is that some of the luxury vinyl that's out there now is incredibly expensive, because it really holds up well, especially if you have animals and kids and that type of stuff, or if they're both. That sometimes it can take a lot of wear and tear, but really easy to maintain, super clean, especially like if you have kids and pets. Again, coming into the bathroom here. So this is a shared bathroom, so it can be as the main bathroom for the bedroom here. Tons of natural light. I like what they did with the picture windows there. Again, tons of storage. You can see that there's storage all throughout the house. This is a cool loft area here. And so again, really nice space, especially if you had kids and you got your kids, the kids are living upstairs, especially adult kids, right? They want to have whole separation from the parents. And so you've got kind of this whole suite up here where you've got the bedrooms on the opposite side so they can keep their distance. And then you've got this common area here where if they want to bring their friends over, or if you've got family staying with you or guests, this is a great area to bring them into and just kind of chill out and hang. I want to also show you too, and Aaron, if you could capture this. So now we're upstairs above the great room and the entry area there, and you can see just how well it's laid out. Gives you tons of space for entertaining. I'm going to take you back to the secondary, and then we will go downstairs and check out the primary. The other thing is all the living spaces that they've done outside here, which I think is really important. So this is a great little feature that's just off the secondary room and off the loft here. But you've got this nice balcony out here where you can hang out. I'm going to guess some people will, nope, you don't want to jump off the top of this one. That would be dangerous. And then I'll bring you into the secondary bedroom. And I want to point this out. So most people would walk in here and the first thing that they would think with this design and the size of this room is that this is the main primary. This is a secondary primary upstairs, so that if you still wanted to live upstairs, you could, or you have guests or family members that are living with you, this is a great space. You've got the little kitchenette area over here with your sink and your fridge, your own fireplace, this great little sitting area here out in front of the bed. I love what they did with the textures on the back wall there. Then you walk into the bathroom here, and again, great size bathroom. You've got 2 separate sinks, so again, you could have a couple living up here. You've got your water closet, of course, and then it's not finished. And then again, I love these rake stone. This is not finished out, and a lot of builders, you'll find a lot of times they don't finish out the closet, and the reason is because this becomes a very personal space for people. Everybody has a different idea on how they would want it designed and why they want it designed that way, and so they've left this to the buyer's imagination on how they want to lay it out. But as you can see, really great size closet, and I love, because I always think this is an important factor when you've got that picture window in there, because people will like natural, especially if they're getting ready in their closet and they have a mirror in here. It's really important to have that natural light so that you can see what what you're wearing actually matches. All right, now I've saved the best for last, and I'm going to take you downstairs. And while we're walking downstairs, I'm going to just talk to you a little bit about time frames and how all of that works with Blue Heron, which I think is a really important factor, because a lot of times when people come in here, they may not understand how it works. But again, I want to share with you, a lot of what we would call production builders are going to walk in and they're going to, you're going to walk in, it's going to be kind of a packaged process of what you're getting. You've got like these 6 options on flooring and stuff that you can pick from. The great thing with Blue Heron is really it's an expedited process of the custom home process. So you have 4 different floor plans and designs and in different elevations for each of those designs that you can choose from. But once you get to the interior of the home, which I've always found, most people, they don't really want to be involved. I call it laying out the blocks or how the home is configured. They want some input on the inside, but really where people feel that they add some customization to it and a little bit of their own personality to it is when it comes to the interiors of the home. And so that's why it's really great with Blue Heron is that you come in and yes, you've got this custom home building process where you get to select your lot and you pick your home that goes on that lot. And then you start the process of going through interior design and picking out all of your finishes for the home. Or you could just simply say to them, hey, I'll let you guys run with what you do because you're great at it. These are the color palettes that I like. You help me select some of those things, and they can help you walk through that process. And then again, they can take it all the way down to the finish of making a turnkey process with having all the furniture and everything in here ready to go for you, so that at the end of the day, you can show up, grab your keys, move in, and you're ready to go, and you don't have to worry about moving furniture. I think is a really important factor to understand. So right now, typically with time frames, you're looking at, by the time you select your lot, you go through interior design. That initially is about a 12-week process. And then after that, you're looking at roughly about 12 months for completion of the home. But I was pointing out earlier, in a lot of times in a buyer's mind, that sounds like a long time to wait. But typically, especially when we see people coming from out of state, they're only here every 6 to 8 weeks looking at properties. And so by the time you get a year down the road and looking at properties and they're still not finding what they want, this is a great process for them. You're also going to find that in our market right now, luxury inventory is actually very low. And so trying to find a completed product that's new is almost impossible at this point. So you can start the process today, pick out what you want, and be finished approximately 12 to 15 months from now, and have exactly what you want. So let's head downstairs. Watch your step there, Aaron. And again, the other thing I want to point out is that one of the things people always ask, especially on modern homes, or at least the perception of a modern home is like white, gray, glass, right? Feels like a car dealership. And in this situation, it's not that way. What they've done with the finishes really add a lot of warmth to the home. So you'll notice when you walk in here, the home feels very warm. It doesn't feel what your perception of a modern home would be like. So now I'm going to take you, I've saved the best for last. I'm taking you into the primary now. Let's head down this way. I love how they added this window in here because it just adds natural light in the hallway. And then you've got this great experience as you walk into the primary bedroom. You've got your bathroom off to the right, and we'll take you through there and show you at the end. And then this is your main area for your primary which you can see is a really great size. You've got plenty of room for a nice little sitting area. You've got your fireplace. The great thing with these fireplaces now too, which I think is really cool, is because during the summer, you're not going to turn that fireplace on, but it's got LED lighting in there. You can change the colors, you can change the intensity of it. And so it really becomes a feature of the bedroom still when you can't use it during the summertime. I mean, I guess you could still use it, but it's going to be too hot. Again, you've got your little kitchenette area. And then this is the part that I really love, is that you can walk right from your primary bedroom out into your hot tub or jump into your pool for a morning swim. And then again, you've got all the beautiful greenery around here that you get to look at. The other thing that I didn't point out that I think is an important thing to mention, and you don't see this a lot in a semi-custom product or even with, even a lot of times in some of the custom home communities, but you've got half-acre lots here. So, a big complaint we always hear is, there's no land with these homes. You've got plenty of land around this house. Even with your large pool and everything the way that it's laid out, you've still got plenty of space for your kids and animals and all that stuff to play. So now let me take you through here. This is your primary bathroom that we're going to be stepping into. So as we come into the primary bathroom, you can see, I love this. It has like this, you feel like you're at a hotel spa here. It's really got this hotel feel to it. You feel like you've completely left Las Vegas. You've got this massive walk-in shower that's been beautifully done with matchbook, slabs there. You can change the temperature on the water. You've got your rainfall shower heads. You've got this beautiful tub that's sitting out here individually. Again, two separate sink areas, your vanity. I think this is really cool. This almost messes with my eyes sometimes, but so you've got glass, mirror, glass, mirror, glass. And so really makes this bathroom feel much larger and really makes it feel open. You've got your mirror in front of the sinks. And then you've got the glass area here that peeks into the bedroom, which is a really cool feature. You've got the sitting area out here with an outdoor shower. So again, if you wanted to rinse off when you come in from the pool, you can actually walk around this little pathway here, come back into the shower area here, rinse off, and then come into the home here and dry off so that you're not getting any of your main primary area. Also, a really cool little area in the mornings if you wanted to sit out here and read, meditation. It's really what this has become, is kind of a really nice little meditation space to get your morning started. Again, I want to point out the little details that they've done here, just with adding this additional mirror in here, these insets, and then having the LED lighting. And then this one actually has a finished closet, so it'll give you an idea of what your finished closet would look like. But again, really great size. I think this is almost a comparable size to what we saw upstairs. So this gives you a great idea of how you could lay out the closet and design it. But really nice finishes. Obviously, you've got this island here with your drawers and everything. I like what they did here to add privacy, is they obscured this glass. And so you still get all the natural light coming through without losing any of the privacy. If you have a neighbor next door, they're not looking into it. And then they've got drop-down shades there as well. So anyway, guys, I hope this was a fun experience for you today to get to be able to tour this property. If you have more questions about this development of Owasi, located here again in the southeast area of town, it's conveniently located to the airport. We're just a few miles away. So if you want convenience to the airport, this is a great location again. But give me a call, 702-485-7755. We can schedule a time to get you out here, tour the property, and learn a lot more about Blue Heron.